So this is my vote EOS, and we are here with Sharif from EOS Dublin. Welcome, Sharif.
Hi, Han. Great to see you again.
Great seeing you. So we want to begin with the basic fundamental principles. So just checkups. So will you engage with the vote by if you after you get voted by my vote EOS proxy?
No. So I guess we're one of the teams that have never really engaged with vote buying, and as a result, we've been, I guess, outside of the pay zone on EOS for over 2 years, but still working on it. As a core value and a core principle, we don't believe that giving resources back to people that are just hoarding them is going to compound and add value to the network over time. And in an industry where it's so hard to recruit developer talent or DevOps talent or marketing talent or community builders, it's essential to get the resources into the hands of a distributed community globally and get them activated and working. And allocation of capital is key with that. So yeah, I guess to answer, no, we certainly wouldn't participate in vote buying. We have never done that, although we did participate in some paid proxies just to test how the mechanics worked. But yeah, fundamentally, we don't believe that vote buying works.
Okay. Would you agree to provide financial and operations report on a regular basis?
Yes, and all of that information can be readily provided. Just as a bit of, I guess, background, we were in a paid standby position for probably about a year on EOS at the start. We reinvested all of that funding plus more into building tools for education, for community building, etc. And should we be in a paid position again, we can reactivate some of those programs and provide either monthly or quarterly updates as to what the funding is spent on and what impact it's having to grow the network.
All right. So the third question is, you're not gonna spin up a second BP on the same EOS mainnet, will you?
No, one BP on a network is more than enough.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that you can be unvoted at any time if you engage with the vote buying activity after you get voted by my vote EOS proxy?
Yes, of course, and I would see it as the same as any other type of contract where if a client or if a vendor or if a supplier of an employee doesn't do what's expected of them, of course their support can be withdrawn at any time.
All right. So so key questions. So here's the real question. So tell us a little bit about yourself and EOS Dublin.
Yeah, so I guess EOS Dublin, we're located here, or headquartered here in Dublin, Ireland, and just on the outskirts of Europe. We're an EU country. We've got a distributed remote first team. We've got some team members in India, in Spain, and Poland, some in the US, and we deliver a number of projects, both now on EOS.io networks, as well as now on some other type of blockchain projects. We've been here since the start. We basically formed this blockchain company to support the launch of the EOS network, and we were a key participant in a lot of those early discussions around, how do we launch this network, how do we pull together a global team and get them working together, how do we motivate people to turn up and do the work. We were extremely excited when the network launched, extremely excited by the vision initially laid out in the white paper to have a user first type blockchain, something that was secure and something that had, known people and known entities running, and some accountability. We were the first paid EOS BP to come out and support the Telos network and help them launch that network. We also were a starting BP on all of the other major EOS.io networks. So from Warbly to Europe Chain, Links Chain, Proton, Wax, FIO. Basically, we're the type of team that as soon as a project comes to us, with an idea or they're looking for some support, we always try and say yes, and we always try and help a team grow. I guess in terms of community building, we've taken it upon ourselves at the start of the network to travel to Asia. We were in Korea. We did a tour of China, just to meet teams and just to kind of build those connections and get an understanding of what's going on in the East versus what's going on in the West. What's the values? What's the what are people looking to achieve? We were at the B1 event in Washington, and I guess we've kind of always been active and always been participating as well as driving some initiatives. We had an NDA with Block One for a long time, and we were working with them on a number of fronts within their enterprise division. So if you remember, they had a blockchain as a service, and we were one of the key partners to do a bid into the European Union to, I guess, try and put EOS.io as one of the options for building enterprise blockchain applications. When Block One decided to close up that division, ourselves, EOS Costa Rica, Rewired, and a couple of other key BPs started an initiative called EOS Business, basically trying to put a professional focus on delivery of blockchain applications using this technology stack. So that's kind of our journey since the initial launch of the network and where we are right now. Our team is growing, our capabilities have grown. We're focused in now on a number of fronts and a number of networks. And yeah, I guess we're still operating under the name EOS Dublin. We'll continue to do so. We've got a vested interest in the success of the network, and delivering on the promises that were laid out at the start. So that's.
Thank you. Is there anything you want to put your focus on if you end up being elected? Is there anything you want to put your effort?
Yes. So just as a little bit of background, Europe Chain, which is one of the projects that we founded with a number of other BPs, is now operating under a company called Zyzen. We were the authors of the Core Plus blue paper for the EOS network, and in there, we basically poured all of the ideas and focus points that we believe are necessary for adoption and to try and reignite and to try and turn the ship around and get more people joining than leaving. One of the key strengths that we would bring is in the education, onboarding, and university connections. So there's a real opportunity. Let me tell you how big the opportunity is. Well, two sides of it. At the start of the network, we had an educational site called EOS Bootcamp. And within 3 months, we had 60 courses on there by 10 teams in 6 different languages. And we had about 10,000 people coming and trying these courses to learn about EOS. Block One tried a similar thing, and they had over 40,000 people taking blockchain basics courses, introduction to blockchain. But what's been the missing link is when you have people coming in the top of the funnel and learning about it, there hasn't been a way to get them more actively engaged, ignite them in the community, get them to build applications or work with other teams or join opportunities. And that to me is the missing link. And I guess that's the bit that I think we could add a lot of value and try and help and steer that piece, from evangelization all the way through to getting more people activated and interested in and building cool things.
All right, thank you. I think it is enough for people to know that what you are up to and how you want to add value on the EOS mainnet. Thank you for your time, Sharif. And then
thank you, Han.
I wish you the best of luck for the votes and all, and wish you do your best if you to continue to doing the good work as a genuine BP.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.